What's goody good? What's good? Haven't been on this in a while. I was waiting for the NBA Finals to start. Miami Heat lost one game. I said, no big deal. I'm not going to talk about it. They lost another game. I said, you know what? They got to win in game six. At least the Boston Celtics could say, hey, we won two games. All right. Then the impossible happened. The 1% out of the 98% happened. All right. And that was, Boston Celtics end up winning 3 games in a row. Now, this is not the first time a team's been down 3-0 and push it to 7 games, but they still end up losing. So question is, will the Boston Celtics make history? If they make history, not only would they have a chance to put up another banner, and that would be historic, but they have a chance to come down from being 3-0 to perhaps winning a championship. Salute, Op. So that is something quite fascinating. But Jimmy Butler has some pushback to that. During a post-game conference meeting, Jimmy Butler said, what did Jimmy Butler say? Jimmy Butler said, I'm going to push my guys. Well, I'm not going to quit, and I'm going to make sure my teammates don't quit. Now, you see what he said? This is the mark of a leader, because not only did he say he's going to play his heart out, but he's going to make sure his teammates play their heart out too. He's going to hold them accountable, meaning he's going to take the leadership role and make sure those guys is playing just as hard as he is, because it's one game for all the marbles, one game for a second trip to the NBA Finals. And that's what Jimmy Butler is facing. Yes, I heard what Pippen said, which is a load of crock. It's pretty much stupid. I mean, I thought about making a video on it, but it was kind of too stupid to make a video on. But Michael Jordan's son must have called him up and said, hey, man, I've been digging out your wife. It's just dumb. Just like me saying LeBron James was a horrible player when he first got drafted. No, he was putting up all-star numbers. Michael Jordan was averaging 28, 5, and 6 in his rookie season. If that's bad, then I don't know what good is. The guy was never a role player. Michael Jordan was never a role player. LeBron James is never a role player. Kobe Bryant was never a role player. These guys are always been top-tier all-stars. So that's just stupid, And the funny part about it, that's cap. I know Octavius is cap because it's too stupid to respond to that. You're going to talk about a guy that averaged 7 points a game while he in his rookie season compared to a guy that averaged 28. Michael Jordan shot over 50% from the field. So how is a guy shooting 50% from the field a horrible player? That's not bad shot selection. That's actually a good shot selection because they're shooting over 50% from the field. Me calling Michael Jordan a bad basketball player is like someone calling Bill Gates stupid or not smart. I mean, like, come on, man. Well, what next? Einstein is dumb. He wasn't a genius. I mean, like, literally, what are we doing? It's just dumb. So even if you don't think this guy or that guy is the GOAT, to say somebody was bad since they got, until I came. No. Jordan was an all-star before you even got there. Jordan led his team to the postseason every single year. All right. So, and they weren't even title contenders, and Michael wasn't even in his peak. As a matter of fact, by his second season, Michael Jordan was probably a top 10 player in his second season. All right. He wasn't a top 5, but he was at least a top 10 player in his second season. Yeah, I mean, everybody has flaws, so. And how's LeBron top tier 1 in what? Losing? What makes LeBron James tier 1 in what? He just got swept. Isn't he at home watching Jeopardy? Or he about to be at home watching the NBA Finals? What has LeBron James do to be tier one? That don't make any sense. He lost more times than he won while playing on the title contender. And then he says, statistically, what stats does LeBron James have that's miles ahead of everybody else? Last time I checked, he averaged 27, 7, and 8, something like that for his career. That's his career numbers. There's a lot of guys doing that right now. So averaging 27 points a game is not groundbreaking. I'm just sorry to tell you that. It's not nothing to set the world on fire. I mean, he get longevity, but averaging 27 points a game is not groundbreaking. Plenty of guys have done it. Sorry. Yeah. Well, Chamberlain had a season when he averaged over 50. Russell Westbrook, a guy of your generation, averaged a triple-double for multiple seasons. There's a lot of guys statistically got a lot of stuff that a lot of players don't have, and that just doesn't make sense. It's just stupid, Reverse that around. LeBron James should be about tier 3 because he loses too much. You can't be tier 1 with 6 NBA Finals losses. You should be in the same category with Jerry West when it comes to accomplishing certain things. Now, LeBron does get some individual accolades, but he got 4 individual awards, right? 4 MVPs. Giannis got 3 of them already. So one more, Giannis will have 4 individual accolades. That's just 4. Is the Joker still just an all-star? No, he should be probably a superstar now. He probably elevated himself to a superstar status. He actually earned the right to be called a superstar. Because before that, before he played or got to the finals, there was guys like Embiid that people were saying better than him. And then you have guys that said, oh, I think if KD played a full season, KD would have been better. Then you had your Giannis's, your Stephs. Oh, if Kawhi played enough, I think Kawhi would have been better. But now the Joker is doing stuff to separate himself. And that's what you got to do, to separate yourself. Because everybody got stats. Everybody out here averaging. The Joker averaging a triple-double for the damn playoffs. Nobody's talking about the Joker averaging a triple-double for the playoffs. That's crazy. You guys just don't want to give the Joker respect. Well, what's up? Salute.
What's cracking second? How you doing, man? Can't wait for Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day weekend. How you doing?
Yes, pretty good, man. And I can't believe we're at this. I wanted to do an NBA Finals preview, but I don't get none.
They were a rebound away. He were a rebound away of you doing a preview, but Derek White want to shut that down. Derek White, Johnny on the spot for the tipping.
Looks like the Celtics refuse to lay down. Now, if they lose in Game 7, then all of this was just, you did a good effort. You got to close the deal out now. You have to close the deal out now. So just to even do that, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going to happen now. I say it's 50-50 because it's not like the Heat can't beat them on the road.
They should have did it twice. Yeah, they did it twice in the playoffs, and also did it once in the regular season. So
yes, I mean it could go either way. But who you got in this Game 7, man? Do the Celtics make history? Are you going to still have them your pick for the Finals champions? Because you had them winning the championship, right?
Yeah, I did. I don't know, man. It's so hard to predict. I was in mixed emotions watching that Game 6. I mean, oh boy, I don't know. It's so hard to predict though, because on one hand you have a feisty Celtics team that won't lay down and die, but the other hand you have a Heat team that's also won some tough road games all playoffs long. If I had to choose, I'd probably give a slight edge towards the Celtics. I'll give a slight towards the Celtics because at home, here's what's crazy, right? Boston shot 20% from 3. Tatum and Brown missed bricked all 12 of their threes, and the Celtics still won the game. I mean, Boston almost effed that game up because of turnovers and bad shots, and Jimmy Butler coming alive in the fourth quarter, and Duncan Robinson hitting some enormous shots early, and the role players the Heat bowling like Martin and Vincent. But other than that, Boston couldn't throw in the ocean from long range, and they still managed to win the game. And Tatum
Yeah,
Brown played a complete donkey ass in the second half, and still managed to win the game. I assume that they're going to play better at home,
and
and I
it
think
looked like Duncan Robinson had more. He had like
two
two
chances,
opportunities to hit a three.
wide open looks. And Duncan Robinson was big, all wide open. Duncan Robinson was playing well, but he had two butt naked open threes that would have probably changed momentum.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. And that foul that they called on Jimmy Butler, the 3-point play, that was a little suspect for me. It was just like, but hey, nevertheless, they gave it to him. He hit those three. All you had to do was just box out and make sure the guy don't get the rebound.
Yeah, they just you can't let Derek White. You can't let Derek White flying in like a wombat for the rebound. You gotta box out though, because it's pretty simple. And what killed me with Spoelstra is this: why not have Kevin Love in the game, or Highsmith? Like, come on, it's stupid coaching. He's a good coach. Spoel's a good coach, but you can't let 6'4" Derek White flying for the rebound. That can't happen, man.
Oh yeah. So,
what's your feeling for Game 7? What's your feeling?
I think it could go. I'm gonna give it to Miami. No, because
Right.
4 in a row. Oh my God, 4 in a row. That'd be historically bad.
In a bad way.
Yeah, man, they'll make history in a bad way, and I don't think Jimmy Butler want to be on that side of history.
Knowing that this is probably his last real shot to win the title. Don't forget.
Yeah, because I think once whoever makes it out of the finals for the East, I think a lot of people are going to start heavily favoring the West, which is the Nuggets. I think people are going to take the Nuggets. Oh, from what I heard, I've been asking around. A lot of people said the Nuggets going to win regardless of who comes out the East.
I don't think so. I think if they play the
disagree with
Heat
that
on
too. I think
I'll be
you got to give
50-50.
them a shot. Yeah.
Right. If they play the Celtics, I got the Celtics beating the Nuggets. If they play the Heat, I'll be 50-50.
Oh, that's an interesting topic. Why you got the Celtics beating the Nuggets?
They're deeper off the bench. They have athleticism. They have guys who create their own shot. Also, Denver struggles to win in Boston lifetime. I think they only won 9 games lifetime in Boston. Like they struggle to win in TD Garden. Also, the fact that the Celtics have more experience than the Nuggets, and the fact that Boston has more athleticism, and they have guys who Time Lord and Al Horford can guard the perimeter though. And again, more experience though. I think Boston would lose. I think Boston would beat Denver. Miami, I might give a slight edge towards Denver, but I would not be shocked that Miami would have win.
Well, Miami seems like for these last few games, G-Money, they look to like an 8th seed now.
Which they have.
They're starting to look like what their record is. And I don't know. The honeymoon may be over, so if they can't get this last one.
Yeah, Denver's the best team. Doesn't mean they're going to win. The best team doesn't always win. Golden State was the best team in 2016. Why that happened?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, hell, the best team was supposed to be the Lakers against the Denver. Look how that turned out. We were always favoring the Lakers to beat Denver Nuggets. They got
the Patriots in 07 were the best team. In 07, I know we're talking basketball, but the Patriots were the best team in 07. What happened in the Super Bowl? They lost. The best team doesn't always win. Denver has the best starting 5, but what about bench? They don't have a better bench than Miami and Boston. You can't disagree with that.
And if Boston could come back from 3 games down, sky's the limit.
Boston gets home court advantage too. Yeah, that's Jokic, but I don't think Basketball Theory heard what I said. I said the Nuggets have the best starting 5, arguably, but they don't have a better bench than the Heat and Celtics, though. Jokic alone's not beating Miami and Boston. And again, they don't have finals experience other than KCP and Jeff Green. That matters.
Hell yeah.
So, Mike Malone has no finals experience as a head coach.
He said Denver has been that's actually a good and bad thing, Basketball Theory, because Denver was on a roll. Now they're going to be I think they're going to be a little bit cold. Yeah, they're going to be a little bit cold. game one, they may be a little bit rusty. You're like, hey man, I didn't play in 9 days, and I had a full basketball game in 9 days. So
Mm-hmm.
they
And what
may.
was it that to go to Boston? What was it they need to go to Boston though? What was it Boston wins game 7 and go to go to TD Garden to start? Damn that.
Yeah. Boston will have home court advantage, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If the
Yeah.
Celtics win game 7, yeah. If the Heat win game 7, the Nuggets get home court.
Right. So yeah. But yeah, man, it's gonna be crazy, bro. I predict Miami will be the underdogs against Denver, but yeah, the Celtics do got some depth to hang with. They got a little more depth to hang with Denver, and they may have a slight better bench. You could say they have a slight better bench.
They do. Grant Williams, Payne Pritchard, sometimes Derek White. I mean, Robert Williams to put him off the bench too. That's my point. And Robert Williams and Al Horford can guard the perimeter. And consider still Derek White's been huge for the Celtics all playoffs, hitting threes off the catch, off the screen roll, and getting offensive rebounds. And who's going to guard Jason Tatum, though? Because you can't trap Tatum when you have shooters like Smart, Brown, Horford.
Jason Tatum's been a little bit of a disappointment, though, in this postseason.
He has been up and down, yeah. He had a great first half, but disappeared in the second half.
Yeah. If he goes to the NBA Finals, he's going to have to show up.
I mean, you can see Denver taking game 1 all you want, basketball theory, but again, consider this still finals experience will play a factor. So, and remember, when you've been off for 9 days, you're going to be rusty, though.
Okay.
And you can't say Boston won't be ready to play in the elevation. Boston's 6-3 on the road in the playoffs, though.
Yeah.
Denver's due for a home loss in the playoffs. They're a good team. The Nuggets are a great team. I'm saying that they're due for a home loss in the finals.
Oh, yeah. And the Nuggets may come out rusty. I mean, it's not always a good thing to sit back and wait for your opponents because you may come out a little rusty. At least the Boston Celtics are already in the groove. They're ready more. They're conditioned. They're in the groove to play. But if the Celtics do make it, how many games the Celtics beat the Nuggets in? If you have
7, it'll take them 7 games.
Ooh,
Celtics 7.
The Nuggets are a great team. I wouldn't go that far now. That's just putting a little too high. They're going to have to actually win to be great, first of all. I mean,
exactly. They're a good team, but people make it seem they're a dynasty. They're a good team, but they're not a dynasty. Can we let them win first, please? They haven't won a chip yet.
That's the problem with a lot of people here, man. Everybody always giving people credit for things they haven't even done yet. I mean, like, this guy's the best.
Denver's not winning at 5 over Boston. Get out. Denver in 6, I can see that, but Denver in 5, I can't take that seriously.
Yeah, I don't think, man, if the Celtics can't go down 3-0, I don't think they're going to go down to 5.
Exactly. And again, Boston has home court advantage, though. And Boston's a good road team.
Yeah.
They're 6-3 on the road in the playoffs. And again, Denver struggles to win in Boston. Like, I don't understand how people just ignoring this type of stuff.
Oh, yeah. It's the favoritism type of thing, man. People just seem to. We live in an era where people just hype up things. I mean, without, earning stuff. We just do things based off potential. We look at something, we're gonna say, "Oh, it's the best," without putting in the work or nothing. I mean, we got to see what happens.
Too inconsistent. Same thing with the Nuggets sometimes. Same thing with Denver.
They lost to.
Denver's inconsistent too. They lost twice to the Suns without Chris Paul. They lost game 4 to the Timberwolves without Naz Reid, without Jaden McDaniels, and without Kyle Anderson when Anderson got hurt. I know they swept the Lakers, but if you watch the games, LA blew those games, though. I give Denver credit, but Denver's not consistent themselves. So what are we talking about? And Denver's not a great road team.
And
why people overhyping Denver, man?
Well, because they probably beat the Lakers, so they want to make it look like the Denver Nuggets is this big super team, and LeBron had no chance to beat them, which is bullshit.
Yeah. Don't listen to that, man.
So every time LeBron loses to somebody, people make it seem like, well, what you suspect him to do? That team was so super.
Yeah, Boston's inconsistent. So is Denver.
Everybody is dead. Everybody is dead even. Everybody's dead even. When LeBron lost to the Phoenix Suns, y'all was acting like the Phoenix Suns was this unbeatable team just because they beat the Lakers. It
And
was
here's the
just
thing
a normal
basketball
team
state
like
doesn't seem
everybody
to
else.
understand here. The Celtics also have rim protection with Time Lord and Al Horford. Hell, Derek White can block shots as a guard, though. How's
Yeah,
Denver going to score in the pin against Boston, though? Think of
yeah.
that, though. Look what they're doing to playoff Jimmy. Look what they've done to playoff Jimmy. I know
Oh
Butler
yeah.
got going in the fourth quarter, but look what they've done to playoff Jimmy. Slowing them down.
And Marcus Smart, I don't think
And
he's
Jimmy
gonna
B.
stop.
To
I
shut
don't
him
think
down.
Marcus Smart is gonna stop Jamal Murray, but he's gonna give him trouble. He is a good
Exactly. And
defensive
Boston
player.
is shooting too, though.
Yeah.
And Boston is shooting too.
So
And consider this too, Denver has no rim protection, though.
yeah, it's
How's
gonna be a
Denver going to
series.
protect the rim?
It's
How
gonna
Nuggets
be a
going to protect
series.
the rim? Exactly. I'm not saying it'll be easy. It'll go 7, but how the Nuggets can protect the rim against the Celtics, though? Tell me.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny because we went from saying the Denver Nuggets are not that good. All of a sudden, they beat the Lakers. Now they're one of the best teams ever. How they one of the best teams
They're a
ever?
great team. They're a great team, but not one of
Yo,
the best.
Denver has a huge rest advantage.
Yeah, but they got 0 championships as of now. They still got to go out there and earn.
To
Oh,
me,
yo,
Denver needs
Prince.
to for Miami to win the series.
Hey, Prince, you want to hear some funny Laker news?
What's that?
So remember how Dame was on the live and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go to LA." People took it seriously and they're getting excited.
Oh
Oh boy.
God. Well, they need more help, man. I guess LeBron needs more superstars.
Dude, your video was really funny on the LeBron.
Yeah, man. Hey, that's what y'all want. Y'all want more. You got to get everybody, right? I mean, it is what it is, you know. So, but now the Denver Nuggets are this great basketball team. They got multiple All-Stars. They one of the best teams ever. Like, come on, man.
People
You guys
are
barely even talked
calling
about
Aaron
Denver.
Gordon All-Star now.
Yeah, you barely talked about Denver until now. Come on, man. Stop with
And
that.
they have a great starting five. Starting five wise, Michael Porter, Jamal Murray, Joker, Aaron Gordon, KCP. They have a great starting five.
Oh yeah, but not a single one of them guys are top 10 players. Outside of the only guy that
Joker.
outside of the I'm excluding the Joker. I'm just saying his teammates. There's nobody else on this team that's a top 10 player. So outside of the Joker, of course.
Okay. And consider this too. And
All right,
consider this
take
too. No. Subscribe, Zach. Sorry.
Go ahead,
No, we
Phil.
know
but,
Denver's legit. I'm just saying they're not. Denver's legit. I agree, but again, it's not like they're the freaking '90s Bulls. They're good. They're a legit team. I'm just saying that they're gonna have trouble against whoever comes out the East. Though you never know what can happen these playoffs. Though
I'm not
Yeah,
hating
did you
on
hear
Denver. I'm not hating on
Eastern-
Denver. I'm just sitting there laughing at the fact that you guys are overrating them all of a sudden just because they beat the Lakers. You
Yo,
have,
so
like,
this
how many
trade's
times
gonna
has
happen.
Michael Porter
I want
Jr.
you
been
guys
an
to know
All-Star?
about this trade before I call it. All right.
What?
All right,
What is
Zach.
it?
DeAndre Ayton will get traded to the Mavs for the 10th pick. Sorry, Dallas is going to give him the 10th pick, and they're going to give Hardaway Jr.,
Okay.
Josh Green, and some other guy for
Mm.
Ayton. And I already know the Mavs are heavily interested, and I heard the Mavericks are interested in AD as well.
The Suns
Okay.
lose. The Mavs win that trade by a mile. Did the Mavs at least get a center?
Yeah,
Suns,
and the Mavs need a big. If you could
They need
resign
big.
Kyrie and you get DeAndre Ayton, who's a borderline All-Star, I mean, his problem is he needs to be on the right team, but he always complaining that he don't get enough touches.
And I heard Chris Paul
Luka and Kyrie on that team. That's a lot of ball hogging. Luka and Kyrie is not going to pass the ball to Aiden that much, so he's going to be like he's still on the Phoenix Suns again.
Yo, Chris Paul's going to the Rockets.
Chris Paul
Wait,
going to
that's-
the Rockets?
They're
Where'd you hear
interested. If you look up you can look it up the news, right? Type in Chris Paul and there's several articles saying that they're interested because they wanna he wants them to teach the youth or some shit. I don't know.
Well, Houston is hitting the restart button. I don't know why would they want Chris Paul.
I don't know either. So,
Bro, you're comparing the Lakers offense to the Celtics offense. Bro, Boston has more weapons offensively, man, and a better bench. What are we talking about? And again,
well,
the
if
Celtics have more
Brogdon, hopefully
experience.
Brogdon can play. If he doesn't play, that's gonna
Yeah, they're gonna need Brogdon though. But I think
What
it'll be
happened?
better.
What happened to him? He got hurt.
he has like a ruptured tendon or some shit.
Forearm injury.
Yeah, he's gonna need that if they go to the finals. They're gonna need him if they go to the finals.
I mean, I give Denver credit. I'm not trying to take away from the Nuggets, but let's use some sort of let's do some sort of context though. And the Celtics have more rim protection than the Lakers. So what is basketball
Oh, it's
talking
funny.
about?
Now
Oh,
the
you
Lakers,
want to hear?
like Octavia says the Lakers aren't as great of a team. Now they're not great, but before when it
This
was,
guy was gloating. This guy was like bragging about the
yep,
Lakers. Remember?
yep, when it was winning, they're gonna win a championship.
And
Blah,
Boston
blah,
beat
blah.
the bench. What's he
Now all
talking
of a
about?
sudden they suck because they lost.
Yo,
Man, you
And
did
guys
you
are
hear?
Boston
crazy. You
has
guys
The
are
midway
Rockets,
shift in that team.
the
So what are you
Rockets are
talking about?
giving the Rockets are gonna give Austin Reeves the bag. I heard.
who?
Austin Reeves, the Rockets are interested in signing him.
I don't think the Lakers gonna let that guy go. He's staying in LA.
Okay, if Reeves gets offered 25 million, let's just say some crazy ass team offers him that much. He's not gonna say no.
Well, he's not gonna say no, but I'm
That-
sure the Lakers could probably.
Lakers can only afford to give him 20 million a year. That's the if they want to sign Rui and all those guys, they have to go. They only cap
I
him.
Well,
know
then I don't
Denver's a
think they're
great
gonna
team.
resign all of
I know Denver's a great team. Hang
Yeah.
on, please. I know Denver's a great team, but they're not like the dynasty. Stop acting like they're dynasties. They're a great team, but they're not no freaking dynasty, man.
There is no
Jeez.
dynasty in the NBA. Everybody's just even.
Like they're a
You got,
good
like,
team, but
What do you
Bigo,
mean? You got
Bigo,
Golden State
they
Warriors
beat.
were a dynasty.
No, we're talking about now.
Oh.
We're talking about now. Yes, Denver's a great team, but let's not act that it being amazing teams to get. Well, the Lakers were a great team, but still, they beat they beat the mediocre Timberwolves, the shorthanded Suns, and
Memphis.
I give I'm talking about the Nuggets. I'm talking about the Nuggets, and I give them credit against sweeping the Lakers, though they deserve credit for that.
Yeah.
But
I
but
do
Lakers-
think.
The
Sorry.
Lakers were title contenders. Sorry.
I do think if Chris Paul and Ayton
That
were
was that.
healthy, they would have beat the Nuggets.
I mean, it's a possibility, but we will never truly know. It's a possibility, but we will never truly know.
Yeah. Main thing is everybody was even Steven, and it just came down to who wants it more. That's all it came. There was no super teams. Everybody had their all-stars and role players. So may the best guy win. There's no dynasty outside of the, I mean, you can make a case for the Warriors, but even they don't
You
have.
know what everyone's saying now? You know what they're saying now? Lakers should have got Miles Turner and Buddy Hield when the Pacers were like, all right, we'll take them. But guess what? Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Yeah, sure.
Well, it don't make a difference because Lakers still were title contenders. Everybody thought they was going to go to the finals, and it was going to be the Lakers and Celtics. That's what most people thought, and it is what it is. Y'all was sitting here gloating and acting like, oh, LeBron going to win a 5th championship. What does this do for his legacy? All of y'all was on here saying that. Don't say y'all much.
Did you hear what Scottie Pippen said about Jordan? He's like, Jordan was
Yeah.
never a good basketball player before he
Don't
came
listen
the
to him, man.
Yeah,
Don't listen to him.
I don't know how you average 28 a game and be called a bad player when you shoot.
I don't respect what he says.
I mean,
Bro,
Why did Pippen say that?
I don't respect that. I just do not respect what
Is
Scotty
Pippen
said.
a LeBron fan?
no, Pippen is a
Basketball,
Jordan.
I give credit to the Nuggets being the Lakers. I give credit to the Nuggets being the Lakers. I do give them credit though.
Pippen
Again,
is a Jordan. Pippen is a Jordan hater because they have beef, and he said that he's never going to end the beef with Michael Jordan. But here's the thing: Michael Jordan not even paying attention to Scottie Pippen. I don't think Michael Jordan even cared.
Why do you even listen to Scotty? I don't. Why do you even listen to Scotty? I don't. Like,
I mean, it's clear that he's hurt. I mean, he's been hurt since the Last Dance. The guy's in his feelings. His ex-wife went with your teammate's son. I mean, like,
Dude, that
How
teammate's son is so
embarrassing is that?
lucky.
huh?
The teammate's son is really lucky.
But bro, just imagine that one of your teammates, a guy that you consider a friend, his son is dating your ex-wife. I mean, like, come on, bro. I mean, that gotta hit home. I know he's I know he at home like, damn, this is embarrassing, man. You know what happens when she want to come to see the kids? She got to bring Michael Jordan's son too. It's just
did you hear that the Spurs are looking for like they're actually like gonna like sign some big time players. They're gonna
Spurs,
offer
yeah.
they're gonna offer Van Fleet like 30 something.
I mean, it's going to be a very interesting offseason. And I think a lot of teams are going to get better. There's going to be a lot of money thrown around.
I think Kyrie stays with the Mavs. I think for the right price, even though I heard the Mavs aren't giving him the supermax.
Yeah. Well, they probably say, hey, we could give you some money, but we want to build a contender around you, so we can't give you a supermax. Maybe that's their selling point. I think James Harden won't re-sign with Philly neither, so it's going to be
Yeah,
interesting.
And
he's
you know
gone.
what?
Harden's gone.
I think LeBron James is greedy. Like, why are you taking 50 million a year if you want to win championships at this point? Because you know, if you took 10 million less, you could have improved your team. And you're that selfish. Like, fuck you,
They
man.
already got
Harden,
improvements, man. Hold on,
Harden.
stop,
I'm just
stop, but
listen.
stop,
10
stop,
million a
stop.
year in cap space is a
Listen,
lot.
nah, stop, man. They got enough. Every
No.
year, they're the only team in the league that could rechange their roster in the middle of the season, get whatever role players they want, ask for superstars. Leave it alone, man. Stop giving these guys cheating.
Harden took a pay cut.
You know, but why? Hold on. But why are you giving LeBron James a cheating edge all the time? Why does he need multiple All Stars?
Listen, I'm not saying that sign an all-star. I mean some decent bench players.
He already got. They traded Russell Westbrook for
Okay, hold up.
for half
They
a whole team.
listen, in the playoffs they used the 8-man rotation. They never used what's his fucking name? They
Bro,
never
I don't
used
care
Malik
if they don't, I
Beasley.
don't care if they don't lose the last 15 guy on the roster. They traded Russell Westbrook for multiple double-digit scores, and you guys were saying this is the best game. The minute Russell Westbrook leaves the team, the Lakers going to win the championship. Stop saying that.
I'm sorry.
Y'all blamed everything on Russell Westbrook. He was the cause. You got him going for multiple good role players. What's the excuse now? Come on now, man. Stop with this.
All right, I'll give you an excuse that the Lakers are taxing their players, and they need more players.
I don't want to hear no excuses because come off season, he gonna get more players, and then y'all gonna sit there and say, "Oh, they're gonna win the championship now. Oh, they're undefeated." Once they lose to that underachieving superstar, y'all gonna sit there and say, "Oh, he ain't got enough help. He should have signed Kyrie." Like, come on, man.
Listen, Octavius during the comments was like shitting on you for. Now he's like saying Lakers aren't that good.
Yeah, I know, right? you see how the tie it is with these LeBron slurpers? These guys love to make excuses, but whenever LeBron loses, it's always somebody else's fault or LeBron needs more help. Well, since LeBron is not the only guy that loses, so guess what? Maybe the Phoenix Suns need some more help too, then, huh? I mean, but why aren't we saying Kevin Durant needs more All-Stars? Why Steph Curry don't need more All-Stars?
Because people are more LeBron fans, right?
The Joker's not on a super team. He going to the NBA Finals.
Yeah, but people are saying if LeBron was on the Nuggets, he would have won.
Oh, would have, could have, should have. Come on, man. Stop, man. No, but what are we doing, man? Why we keep making excuses for that guy? You are so desperate to make LeBron James win.
Perfect. I'm gonna join back later. Okay,
all right. Guys are so desperate to make LeBron James win that you make every excuse in the book for this guy. This guy could lose 7 damn times in the NBA Finals. You still be sitting there, whoa, he lost, man. He lost. So the Lakers win that series. The Joker was busting LeBron and Anthony Davis' ass. So I don't want to hear that nonsense. The guy that y'all claim is better than 95, or he said he's better than 95% of the people in the league. Well, he at home playing Jeopardy. So it is what it is on that aspect. You know, but stop making excuses for LeBron James, man. You guys are the sore losers. Why can't you just say the guy got outplayed and he lost? You know? Period. You lost to a non-super team, and you were a title contender and you lost. You got outplayed, you got swept while you was on the title contender. You know, it is what it is. You got your ass kicked. And by that logic, that means the Joker's better than LeBron James, right? Yeah, he's a LeBron lover, but I think he's a clout chaser more than anything. He just likes having debate with people. That's Octavius' bag. He says a lot of ridiculous stuff that he know ain't true. He prompts up LeBron James, but he thinks Kobe better. You know, don't let Octavius fool you. He got Kobe Bryant over LeBron James. You know, see, that's why he laughing. He already know. I know his antics. I know he be trolling. You know, I mean, yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. Oh, the Heat staged a comeback. The Miami Heat staged the comeback. No, Joe Embiid is not a fraud MVP. He just probably didn't deserve it this year. He deserved it last year. I think the Joker should be a the Joker should be a two-time MVP if that's the case. But one of those awards got to go to Embiid. Embiid just won it for the wrong year. I think last year should have been Embiid's MVP. And then you could probably give the Joker the MVP this year, if that makes sense. You know, he just got the award at the wrong year. That's just simple as that. But he is a scoring champ. He led his team to a good record. So, I mean, he deserves the MVP in that aspect. You know, and the MVP is a regular season award. So, Embiid always plays well in the regular season, you know? No, the Joker should be. Actually, the Joker's MVPs are a little bit suspect because he won his first one by default. He won his second one when it should have been Embiid's. I don't know how he got that second MVP because he didn't deserve that one. Yeah. Yes, I do. It's like this. If you want to win championships, Kobe's your guy. If you just want to see stats, LeBron's your guy. LeBron is not going to win you championships as much. He's going to give you stats, but if you value stats, then I mean that's you. But if you value winning, like Larry Bird said, you want to win, you play with Kobe. If you want to have a good time, you play with LeBron James. But if you're serious about winning and you take winning very seriously, I think Kobe Bryant is your guy. You know. But if you want stats, take LeBron James. Stats that don't lead to winning all the time, most of the time, but nevertheless, it looks good on the paper, right? And the thing about these LeBron stats, how impressive are they when everybody else does the same thing? The funny part about it is you act like LeBron James is the only guy that averaged 27 a game. Everybody else is doing it. A lot of these superstars are doing it. No, Bill Russell wasn't the best player on his team, man. Bill Russell, that's from the 1950s. I talk mostly about modern NBA. We're going to talk about Bill Russell. I mean, you open up a different can of worms, and those can of worms don't benefit Bill Russell that much, to be honest with you. I think Bill Russell is disqualified from the GOAT conversation, if you ask me. He's a great one-way player, though. He's a good he's a good defensive player. But even if he played today, I think he'll be handicapped defensively. So today's league will not benefit Bill Russell because you can't play defense mostly anyway. But today's league was value and help guys that actually could score, like a Jordan, a Bernard King, a Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller will have like 6 to 7 more points if he played in today's league because he loves shooting threes. That's right up his alley. You know, that's right up his alley. So if you're a natural scorer, you will love this era of basketball. But if your thing is mainly just defense, and defense is kind of handicapping today's league, you may have a little bit of problems if you're a one-way player like that. If you just play defense and you have a flaw scoring, you're not that great of a scorer, it may be a problem, may be problematic. You know, I think Bill Russell would have been probably a better version of Ben Wallace if he played in today's league. You know, Bill Russell's a good player, but I think he's overrated as a basketball player. It's just what it is. You know, he played with over 8 Hall of Famers. I mean, how could you not win with that? They had all the best players in a very limited league. When you win one series and you go to the NBA Finals, he's disqualified from the GOAT conversation for many reasons. You know, but that's just to name a few. You know. So, yeah, the two guys in the GOAT conversation really is just Michael Jordan and Kareem. It's still Michael Jordan and Kareem, to be honest with you, because only thing that hold Kareem back a little bit is he got some individual accolades to match with Jordan, but what he don't get is, the finals dominance. I mean, he also lost 4 times already. If he was like 6-1, 6-2 even, it'd be a more better debate for him winning, and competing with Jordan a little bit. And then if you're going to look at dominance, Jordan was a better dominant two-way basketball player than Kareem. Kareem was good, but he wasn't just as good as Jordan was. I mean, it's just simple as that, So that's what I said. Kareem don't get 6 finals MVPs. Kareem wasn't the man on all his championships. Yes, that's my point. But nevertheless, he still won 6 championships as either the number 1 or the number 2. He was never below that, So, yeah. No, finals MVPs always don't mean you're better. Now, let's pump the brakes on that, because you don't have to be the best player on the team to win finals MVP. I mean, Tony Parker won some. He's never was better than Tim Duncan. Andre Iguodala won. He was never better than Steph Curry. So, yeah. But Kareem is a 6-time regular season MVP. Kareem, one of the greatest scorers in NBA history. I'm not just talking about just a scoring record. I'm talking about when he actually played. Yes, Kareem is arguably the second greatest basketball player of all time. So, yeah. But yes, role players stole finals MVP from a guy that's supposed to be the superstar or best player on the team. My main point is you don't have to be the best player on your team to win MVP all the time. It doesn't always go that way. But we all know who's the best player on the team. Now, Kareem's arguably the second greatest basketball player of all time for modern NBA history. All right. For starters, he's the only guy that could match Jordan with 6 championships, even though he got 4 finals losses. That what hurts him a little bit against Jordan, But he's definitely right there. He's the closest guy that could compete with Jordan for winning and individual dominance, because he got 6 regular season MVPs. Jordan got 5. Jordan's a 10-time scoring champ. Kareem isn't. So they could go back and forth. I think that end of the day is, if we're just going to keep going back and forth with stats, whose stats led to winning the most? Jordan was the man on all of his teams. Kareem wasn't. So, I mean, that's the biggest difference. Because at the end of the day, if you average 25 points, I average 27 points, which one of those stats led to winning more? Because superstar is a superstar. They're always going to put up stats. Everybody got stats. Look at today's league. Giannis got just as much good stats as LeBron, then the Joker, then Kevin Durant, then LeBron. They all got very big-time stats, MVPs does matter for a superstar. Everything matters for superstars. It's all can you top this contest, And regular season is not meaningless. It shows who's dominant throughout the whole year as well. Then it's supposed to lead into the postseason. We need to stop deflating the regular season. Don't do that. Because without the regular season, we can't tell who's really elite anyway. You can't just say, oh, this guy is better than this guy. He has to prove it throughout the regular season. He has to earn the right to be called an all-star. Regular season matters for a lot of things. It matters for seeding. It matters for your level of playing at a high level. So I could say you're a superstar or an all-star, or this guy's better than that guy. That's the problem with this generation. You guys want to deflate superstars or the regular season. You can't do that, man. The regular season definitely does have value. Does it have as much value as it used to? No, but that's because of the way the media does it now. But the regular season definitely is much needed, and it's not meaningless. I hate when people try to downplay the regular season. Regular season definitely matters. Now, can we use some short games? Yes. Yes. Yes, best player doesn't always win MVP, just like the best player doesn't always win finals MVP. You know, you kind of just gotta watch the games and know the situation sometimes. That's when context comes into play, you know. But nevertheless, if you have won it, you have won it. It's on your resume. It's the same thing with the Joker. I could say I don't think the Joker deserves 2 MVPs, but he got them. You know, he got them. That's all that matters. I didn't say they're questionable. I mean, it's just we could always feel somebody else deserves something. I mean, that's always going to be a split decision when somebody getting an award. But you got to give props to the guy that get an award. You could say the Joker was MVP this season, right? I could say it was Giannis. I'm just making an example. If the Joker wins it and I feel like Giannis deserves it, that still doesn't change the fact that the Joker won it. And it's still on his resume, regardless of what I may think. So it's the same thing with Kareem. You weren't the man, or you weren't viewed as the best player on the team all the time. You had to share some of that spotlight with Magic, and Magic stole some of your thunder, Kareem. And if it wasn't for Magic, Kareem, you wouldn't probably be scoring as much points as you did on certain occasions because Magic is the guy that set you up. That's another thing. Jordan could get his own shot off, you know. So Jordan is even a better scorer than Kareem because he could get his own shot off, you know. So that's the thing of what I'm trying to say. You know, I'm not saying you just said the Joker deserved MVP. You may be right. You know, I think he probably should have got it this season, but I think Embiid should have got it last season, and they gave him that award because they misplaced and gave it to the Joker last season. I think it should be 2. I think the Joker should have 2 MVPs, but Embiid deserves at least 1, but not this year. It should have been last year. You know, but whatever. whatever happens, he still got it. I can't change it. You know, it is what it is. So to me, it plays out evenly because everybody got what they needed, you know. But the Joker's already in the NBA Finals. He wins the finals. He wins a championship. He already out of Embiid's league. All right. So Embiid won't be able to catch up to him anyway if he wins a championship. He's 4 games away to surpassing Embiid, and I won't even mention him in the debate no more, other than the fact that the Joker is a better basketball player. You know, so winning solves everything, and the Joker is in position to win, and he got to just. But it's been nice talking to you guys. I'm about to be out. Got some business to handle, but nevertheless, man, it was good talking basketball with you guys. Let's see if Jimmy Butler keeps that energy that he say he's going to put on the performance. He's not going to let his team down. Well, talking one thing and doing it is the complete different thing. So, peace, y'all. We out. Let's see what happens. Game 7. Let's go. And let's go to this team, New York Mets. I'm out.